Greetings, captains, and welcome to this Explain 10 video. We are situated at Lufker Airport, ICO code 1 November 2. Today we're going to be taking a look at a great plugin by SimCoders, no other than the Reality Expansion Pack for the Carenado CT210. Now this plugin, you can think of it as the equivalent of AccuSim for FSX or P3D, but in my opinion it's 10 times better in terms of the realism that it offers you. The Reality Expansion Pack by SimCoders not will only add a level of realism to your flying experience, it will force you to actually follow correct procedures to start the aircraft and get it airborne. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at the different features of this Reality Expansion Pack. We are going to be starting this aircraft, and then we will take off right here from Lufker and we will head over to probably New York City. We'll fly by the by the Statue of Liberty, and then we will select an airport closer to our location and land the plane. During our flight, I'm sure that we will experience some of the functions or features of this Reality Expansion Pack. One thing I have already encountered is actually when I first purchased the plugin and I started fiddling around with it. Of course, as I normally do, I don't read the manual, and that gets me into trouble sometimes. So I got into the aircraft. I started, the kind of, the de facto way of starting an aircraft, a Carenado aircraft, that is. Just kind of, push the mixture to rich. Started the engine. Of course, the engine would not start. I started playing with the fuel boosters, and then I got a message saying that the engines are flooded with fuel. And you have to really follow the procedures in order to alleviate that problem. Another thing that occurred when I first started Explain today and loaded up the aircraft is I got a message saying that the engine has a vapor lock problem. A vapor lock problem is a situation where it is indigenous to, of course, gasoline-fueled engines, and what happens is that the fuel changes its state from liquid to gas while still in the fuel system, thus blocking the fuel going into the engine. This is, without getting too technical, that's pretty much what it is. And I was really amazed to actually see that message, and it must have been, it must have been something that I've done. I've read a little bit about this situation, and I know it's notoriously known for forced landings. So it's a very serious condition, and we hope that we don't encounter this during flight. So, without further ado, let us go ahead and take a look at what this Reality Expansion Pack for this Centurion Cessna 210 offers in terms of realism and features and functions. Alright, captains, we are in the flight deck of this beautiful aircraft, and why not? We can go ahead and take a quick look at this aircraft, and as you can see, it is no short of the quality that you expect from Carenado. High resolution textures both inside and outside. Everything has been modeled with great attention to detail. Everything from the floor mats here, the carpet fittings, to the knobs and switches. It looks really nice. You see the reflection here on the propeller. Everything really looks very nice. So what is new that the REP puts into this plane? So first thing, you have a knee board here, and this knee board will basically take you through the entire checklist for starting the aircraft. This is, of course, for normal operations. And then you've got the emergency procedures as well. And then you've got the references. And it's got the reference speeds for you there. And, you know, a lot. There we go. A lot more useful information for you so that it will help you basically reference this information while you are in the sim. I think this is really brilliant. I've seen a lot of aircraft that come with manuals, very detailed manuals, as PDF documents. Those are they are very helpful, but then for somebody like me who doesn't have a lot of time to read those manuals, then it kind of becomes difficult. Because normally I would go and read the manual and then come back and apply it to the sim. So it is not the case here with REP. You have all the information that you need to operate this aircraft right at your fingertips here with the kneeboard. And you can easily access all the functions right from here. So that's very good. I really like this, and we'll get to this right in a short while. The other function that you get with RP is the walk around. Now the walk around isn't, in my opinion, it isn't very, how should I say? It's not very functional, but yet it gives you, again, the steps that a real pilot would take in preparation for, for engine start and departure. So you start here, then you go back here, then here, and you can actually cycle through by hitting on next. So we'll go next, and then you'll see that you have landing gear lights should be green, fuel on-off valve should be on, fuel quantity indicators, this is check quantity, and then once you're done with all of these items, you can go to the back here, and it says now click on the baggage door handle to open and close the door. So you can do that, I guess, right there. Okay, and as you can see, there's some, some luggage there and some boxes. Okay, so baggage door, you check that for security. Okay, we can check the elevator right here, which is very nice, and that is functional. So you can play with that. And then we go to the rudder, and we check the rudder. Tie downs, and then we go and check the right fuselage emergency locator antenna, check for integrity. Now it's there, there's nothing that you can do with it, so that is not something that is modeled here, or I guess you just check that it's there. I haven't really seen any situation. I've played quite around a bit with this aircraft. There wasn't any situation where I came here and this was, for example, lost or broken. So anyway, flaps, so we can check the flaps, and then you can check the aileron right there, and then wing tie down. Then you can again toggle these here, toggle the chokes for the tires, and then we can toggle the cover here. Current tire status, and I'll show you that there is a maintenance hangar where you can actually service these, but currently you can check the tire status, and believe me, if you do hard landings or kind of, if you handle the aircraft in an improper way, you will damage the tires, and you will see that the tires will need replacement after a while. Alright, and the same thing on the other side, and then you can also toggle the tube cover, the pitot tube cover again here, more tie downs there, and then this the other side also. And right here, okay, we check for security. So now the walk around has been completed, and as you can see, the walk around while some parts of it are functional, it's not exactly, um, it's not exactly very immersive, but I would say that it gives you the feel of what a real pilot would do in preparation for, for engine start and departure. So I do like it. I do like the fact that it's modeled. I think it could use a little bit more, kind of maybe the visual appeal. I don't know. I'm kind of used to I'm comparing it to the airfoil lap Cessna, where you can actually get out of the aircraft and do the actual walk around, and kind of it's more interactive. I wouldn't say that it's not. I'll take back what I said in the beginning, that it's not functional. It is functional, but it's not very interactive, I think. So when you compare it to the C172 by the airfoil lap Cessna, I think this one falls short in some areas, but it is still, very useful. Very kind of, it gives you that level of immersion that you're looking for. At least you can do a walk around with this aircraft. Right. Next up, the tow. You can also tow the aircraft from its position using. I think we need to disable the brakes, and then you can use the. There we go. We can use the pitch and roll to basically move the aircraft, so that you can do. And then here is the maintenance hangar. Now here there are quite a bit of things that you can basically play with. One is you've got your cylinder status, and I've broken these already once, so I had to overhaul the engine. As you can see, this aircraft has 6 cylinders, so you can either repair them or do an overhaul. Then you can also change the oil that you use in this aircraft. This is a quantity change using, you've got 3 types of fuel, and you can change, or you can use the current grade to refill. Engine starter, again, it will wear with time. And this is something I really, really appreciate in this aircraft, is that once you start using it, fly around, come back, land, take off, you will notice that the aircraft, the wear and tear will take effect on the aircraft. As you can see here, it says 39 hours and 39 minutes before the next change. Obviously, I've just changed the oil after my really dangerous use of this aircraft. So, electrical and avionics battery is connected. You can recharge. Now, the avionics, if you don't follow the procedure, you could really mess up your avionics. You cannot really turn the avionics while the battery is on. So you need to make sure that the avionics are off, and do not start the avionics until you have started the engine. Otherwise, you might blow up your avionics. You'll hear a really loud noise if you don't follow the proper procedures. And everything, much to my surprise, that everything is actually simulated, so you can actually break your avionics if you don't follow procedures. Oxygen system, again, it is simulated here. And then landing gear and the brakes, again, they are also simulated, so they will get damaged or just kind of wear and tear, and you'll need to fix them. And these are the tires, left tire, front tire, and right tire. And I really like this because I think it really adds a lot of realism, and it really immerses you in the experience. If you do a hard landing, say on one tire, you could actually damage that tire only. Then you'll have to come and fix it, and you can feel the damage while you're on the ground, and as taxiing becomes really difficult. And this has happened already to me. A lot of the damages have been already presented to me during this flying this aircraft. So I'm very pleased overall with what this REP does. I think it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. If you are into really real procedures, I think you will come to appreciate this plugin a lot. And then weight and balance, last but not least. This is basically where you can do your load distribution. Currently our tanks are empty, so I need to fill them up for this flight. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. So they are now filled, and I'll say apply. And as you can see, we got that shake. We've filled up our tanks, basically. So there's a lot of fuel now. And that is really it in terms of the features and the functions of REP, Reality Expansion Pack. Now, what we are going to be doing is we are going to follow the exact procedures and get this aircraft started. So we'll get the engine started, and then we will take off here from Lofgorsk-Pedero, and we will head over to New York City. Okay, captains, let's go ahead and get this bird fired up, and let's depart Lofgorsk-Pedero. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the knee board. Now, pre-flight inspection, we have completed that. Seat belts, shoulder harness, just unlock. That is fine. Brakes, test and set. Okay, let me remove this here. And there we go. Cowl flaps need to be open, which they are. Avionics power switch, electrical equipment should be off, which it is. And then we have a word of caution says, this is what I was talking about. The avionics power switch must be off during engine start to prevent possible damage to avionics. Now, if you don't believe the guys at SimCoders, go ahead and try it, and it might actually damage your avionics. So it is simulated. Landing gear level is down. Okay, master switch is on. So let's turn that on. Circuit breakers check in. They are checked in. Fuel selector valve, full or tank. Both tanks have full fuel. Alright, go to next. Mixture is rich. Propeller, high RPM. Throttle, full forward. And then auxiliary fuel pump switch yellow. This one here is on. And that's it. Okay, I know it says wait for 60 pounds per hour, but that's enough, trust me. Throttle closed. Propeller area clear. Engine switch start. Okay, let's start it. Alright. And we have a good start on the engine. Right, I'm gonna keep it here. Look at the needle, look how it vibrates. Wow, that's really nice. Very, very nice. Look at all the gauges. Oh, wow. Alright. Throttle, we're done with that. Ignition, we release when the engine started. That's fine. Reset to desired idle speed. Oil pressure. Let's check the oil pressure here real quick. Where's the oil pressure? Let's see. Oil temperature. Alright, fuel flow. That's the pressure there. That's fine. Right there. Okay. And now the engine has started. After starting the engine, the alternator switch should go on, which it is. Meter check. Let's check the meter. Alright, it's checked, it's fine. Low voltage light is off. Avionics, now we can start the avionics. And let's turn transponder on. We're doing a VFR flight, so we'll set the squawk code to 1200. Okay, before takeoff. Alright, let's switch back here so we can see what's going on. Yeah, that's good. Parking brake is set. Cabin doors and windows are closed and locked. Cowl flaps full open, which they are. Flight controls. Alright, so we'll do full up, full down, full left, full right, and then pedal full right, pedal full left. All is good. Fuel selector valve, we are at the fuller tank. Mixture is rich. Elevator and rudder trims are set for takeoff. Throttle 1700 RPM. Alright, let's come down here. 1700 RPM. Alright, that's about right. Okay, magnetos, fine, propeller, cycle from high to low RPM. Alright, and that is done. Engine instrument and emitter, check. Alright, everything seems okay to me. Suction gauge should be on the green arc. That's the suction gauge. It's not exactly at the green arc, but it's pretty close, so that's fine. Avionics power switch is on. Autopilot is off. Lights on as required. Yeah, so I'll turn on the nav, beacon, strobe, and landing lights. Throttle friction lock. That I'm not sure what it is, but that's fine. Transponder is on, and now we can release the parking brake. Now before we taxi to the runway, which is right ahead of us, let us just go ahead and look at our reference speeds here. Let's see. RPM, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, landing performance. Okay, it's all good. We have all the data that we need. Takeoff. Flaps 10. Alright, so we'll set flaps to 10, and cowl flaps should be open. Lift off at 72 knots. Okay. Actually, KNIS, not knots. Short field takeoff technique applied. Decrease distance by 10%. Okay, we don't need any of that. So everything is good. Let's remove this, and now let's taxi to the runway. Let me check here just to make sure that the... Okay, let's put this back on. Parking brakes are released. Here we are on the runway. Rotate. Right. Down the volume so that you can hear me, and basically everything is fine. One note on takeoff: when you take off, before you retract the gears, you must make sure that you are not turning, because that will might actually break the landing gear doors. So be aware of that, because it will break if you if you make hard turns and you try to retract or extend the landing gear. Right, need to reduce power. Right, we are in green now, so that's fine. Let's begin our turn here. Very nice scenery here at Loveker Spidero. Lots and lots of trees. Very nice indeed. Look at that. Wow. Okay, folks, so we are on our way to New York City, and what I'm going to do is I will let you enjoy the ride, and we will basically be there shortly. Weather is calm, there are no clouds, everything is in our favor. Okay, folks, I will see you right after we reach New York City, and then we'll kind of make a few moves, and then we'll select an airport, maybe LaGuardia or somewhere JFK, and we'll land there. So I'll see you in a little while. Welcome back, captains. We are at New York City right now, and I'm going to head here over to the Statue of Liberty, and I'll try to lower the altitude a bit here, and we'll make a flyby the Statue of Liberty, and then we'll head back over to the kind of skyscrapers of New York City. And once we're there, we can basically select. Maybe we'll see the closest runway, and then we'll go ahead and land there. So okay, I think that's the Statue of Liberty right there. There we go. Let me tell you, this aircraft flies really nice. There we go. That's the Statue of Liberty. What a beautiful scene. There we go. Alright, I'm going to make a turn now here, and try to pick up some altitude. Very nice indeed. Look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. Bit of wind here, but this is an absolutely marvelous scene coming into New York City in this beautiful aircraft. Okay, let me gain some altitude here. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a right turn right here before we reach the high skyscrapers. But let me tell you, I'm really enjoying flying this aircraft. The sounds, the feel, the flight dynamics, everything in this aircraft is just completely different from the default aircraft. Thank you to the REP, or the Reality Expansion Pack by SimCoders. Very, very nice, very immersive. And we go ahead and climb here a bit. Just absolutely breathtaking scenery. Very nice indeed. Right, let's make a right turn here. Absolutely beautiful, very stunning scenery, and let me tell you, this aircraft will only add to the immersion, that we're all looking for. Very nice indeed. Alright folks, let's go ahead and land at JFK. The runway's right ahead of us. Right, let's start reducing speed now. Alright, we can extend flaps 10. And let's lower the landing gear. I'm quite happy that I haven't been receiving any of these warning messages from the plugin, from the REP, which means that we're still flying the aircraft within acceptable limits, and that's very good. Yeah. There we go, that is the runway, and that is John F. Kennedy Airport. I'm not sure which runway this is, but I'm very sure this is just from the location. I know this is JFK Airport. By the way, this scenery is the New York City X, and I also have the New York airports, which has JFK, LaGuardia, and some other airports. And I believe that the same designer, the Durevsky, however you say it, also released Miami. So we can. I purchased that scenery, and I'll probably do a video. There was a request, I believe, from one of my subscribers to do a video from Miami, Florida. So I went ahead and got that scenery. And really, I'm on YouTube basically to share the knowledge with the flight sim community and really support the developers in this community. So wherever I can, I always purchase the sceneries and purchase the plugins and try to do useful reviews, really unbiased reviews. And let me tell you that. I get approached by a lot of developers to try their add-ons, and they graciously offer free licenses for their software. But I like to purchase the software to kind of help them. Some of those developers actually make a living of making software for the flight simming community. So I think we're a bit too fast here. So I think we need to reduce our speed as we approach JFK, and the scene is absolutely breathtaking here coming into JFK. Very nice indeed. And hopefully we will we will land this aircraft safely. Okay, we are at about 80 knots, which is an acceptable speed for a landing. There doesn't seem to be any, any winds at the moment. That's a busy highway right there. Or freeway, actually, is what it's called in the States. Nice and steady now. Well, folks, I hope that you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I hope that it's been a useful video, and I hope that it's given you enough insight into the Reality Expansion Pack by SimCoders. If you want my opinion, is absolutely go ahead and grab this beautiful plugin. It will definitely add to your experience. It's a lot of fun. It adds to the fun, it adds to the realism. And I think it's reasonably priced. So if you like, realism and extra level of realism, by all means, go and get this absolutely amazing plugin for X-Plane. Until next time, folks, please take care of yourselves and each other. And thank you so very much for watching the video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.